Can I finally get Pete Davidson to open up about his sobriety and fatherhood journey? Pete Davidson has been making headlines for years, not just for his edgy humor on Saturday Night Live, but also for his very public struggles with addiction and mental health. Over time, his name has become associated with both comedy and vulnerability, creating a complex public image that continues to evolve. Recently, he's been opening up more about his journey with sobriety, and there's been a growing buzz around the possibility of him becoming a father, which has added even more attention to his personal life. His struggles with addiction have been well documented, from his highly publicized relationships to his time spent in rehab. These moments have played out in front of millions, making it difficult for him to separate his personal challenges from public perception. Being in the public eye doesn't make things any easier, with nearly every move he makes being watched and judged by fans and the media. This constant attention can amplify even small missteps, turning them into major talking points. The pressure to live up to certain expectations or maintain a specific image can feel overwhelming, especially when dealing with something as personal and complicated as addiction. Davidson's path toward sobriety hasn't been simple. It has not been a straight line, nor has it been free from setbacks or difficult realizations. He has spoken honestly about the challenges he has faced along the way, often using humor as a way to cope, but also showing genuine honesty when the moment calls for it. From dealing with the consequences of past behavior to trying to understand who he is beyond his addictions, it has been a continuous process of self-discovery. This process doesn't happen overnight, and it requires patience, reflection, and a willingness to confront uncomfortable truths. His willingness to share these experiences publicly shows a level of vulnerability and courage that many people respect. Opening up about addiction is not easy, especially when doing so means exposing deeply personal struggles to a wide audience. Yet Davidson has continued to speak about it, even when the conversation is difficult. That openness has helped shift the way some people view him, moving beyond the headlines and into a more human understanding of what he's going through. In recent interviews, Davidson has opened up about his experiences with sobriety, discussing both the difficult moments and the progress he has made. He has talked about how recovery is not something that happens all at once, but rather something that requires consistent effort over time. There are good days and bad days, moments of strength and moments of doubt. His honesty has connected with many people who are dealing with similar struggles, making him someone others can relate to and even look up to during tough times. For many, hearing someone in the spotlight speak openly about addiction can be incredibly meaningful. It can make people feel less alone and more understood. Davidson's words have resonated with individuals who are on their own paths to recovery, offering a sense of connection that goes beyond celebrity culture. It turns his story into something more universal, something that reflects shared human experiences. There have also been rumors and speculation about Davidson potentially becoming a father, which adds another dimension to his already very public life. While there isn't much confirmed information, the idea itself has sparked widespread discussion. Becoming a parent is a major life change, one that comes with responsibility, growth, and reflection. For someone already navigating sobriety, it raises questions about readiness, stability, and the kind of future he wants to build. It's clear that he has been thinking seriously about his future and the kind of life he wants to create for himself. Fatherhood, whether it happens soon or later, represents a shift in priorities. It suggests a move towards something more grounded and long-term. That possibility has led many to wonder how it might influence his ongoing journey with sobriety. The idea of fatherhood has sparked mixed reactions among fans. Some people are excited about the possibility and believe it could be a positive step for him, offering motivation and a renewed sense of purpose. Others are more cautious, wondering how such a big responsibility might impact his sobriety journey. These reactions reflect broader conversations about growth, change, and what it means to take on new roles while still working through personal challenges. Either way, it's clear that Davidson has a lot to consider as he continues to move forward. Life doesn't pause for personal growth, and sometimes major decisions happen alongside ongoing struggles. Balancing these aspects requires awareness and commitment, something he has been gradually developing over time. At one point, Davidson shared that sobriety is something he has to work on every single day, emphasizing that it's not something you achieve once and then forget about. That idea is central to understanding recovery. It is not a finish line, but rather an ongoing process that requires attention and care. Each day presents new challenges, and staying on track means continually choosing to prioritize health and well-being. That perspective has resonated with many people who understand that recovery is an ongoing process rather than a final destination. It reflects a realistic view of what it means to live with and manage addiction. Instead of presenting sobriety as a perfect state, it acknowledges the effort behind it, the daily decisions that shape long-term outcomes. He has also talked about wanting to be a good role model, especially if he does become a father in the future. This desire speaks to a deeper level of self-awareness. Wanting to set a positive example often leads people to reflect on their own actions, habits, and values. For Davidson, it seems to be part of a broader effort to redefine himself and move toward a more stable and intentional way of living. The possibility of having a child has made him reflect on his own upbringing and think carefully about the kind of parent he would want to be. These reflections are significant because they show a shift in perspective. Instead of focusing only on the present, he is considering the future and the impact his choices might have on someone else's life. These reflections on both sobriety and potential fatherhood offer a deeper look into someone who has been through a lot, but is still committed to growing and improving. Growth doesn't erase the past, but it does shape the future. By acknowledging where he has been and where he wants to go, Davidson is actively participating in his own transformation. His journey shows that change is possible, even when the path is difficult. It shows that setbacks don't define a person, and that progress can come in small, meaningful steps. It also highlights the importance of honesty, both with oneself and with others. Davidson's openness about his personal struggles and hopes for the future has had a strong impact on many people. By speaking honestly about addiction and recovery, he helps reduce stigma and encourages others to seek help or stay committed to their own journeys. Conversations like these can make a real difference, especially for those who feel isolated in their experiences. His story is still unfolding, and there's a sense that he is trying to build a more stable and meaningful life. Each new chapter brings new challenges, but also new opportunities. Whether through his career, his personal relationships, or his reflections on the future, he continues to evolve. Whether or not he becomes a father soon, it's clear that he is thinking about responsibility, growth, and the kind of person he wants to be. These are not small considerations, and they suggest a level of maturity that comes from experience. It shows that he is not standing still, but actively working towards something better. Pete Davidson's journey with sobriety, along with the ongoing conversation around fatherhood, highlights someone who is actively trying to make positive changes. It's not about perfection, but about effort, awareness, and the willingness to keep going even when things are hard. His resilience, honesty, and willingness to keep going despite challenges are qualities that many people find inspiring. They serve as a reminder that growth is possible, that change takes time, and that every step forward matters. If you have thoughts about his sobriety journey or the idea of him becoming a dad, feel free to share your perspective. There's always more to discuss when it comes to personal growth, challenges, and the ways people try to improve their lives. Conversations like these help keep the dialogue open and allow different viewpoints to be heard, creating a space where people can reflect, learn, and connect.